The Spark of Connection. A bustling community event. The camera sweeps over a lively community gathering, full of cheerful people, food stalls, and local musicians playing. In the crowd, Grace, a young woman dressed in simple, warm clothes, moves with purpose and a kind smile, helping neighbors and chatting with children. Paul, a tall, well-dressed man in his late 20s, arrives with friends. He seems out of place yet curious, observing the vibrant scene with a mix of intrigue and amusement. A chance meeting Paul's friend points out, "This is where the real town spirit lives, Paul." Paul chuckles, intrigued but unconvinced until his gaze falls on Grace, who is laughing with a group of children. There's a genuine kindness in her eyes, which instantly captivates him. Crossing paths as the event goes on, Paul finds himself moving closer to Grace. They accidentally bump into each other near a food stall. Grace laughs, apologizing shyly. "Oh, I didn't see you there." Paul smiles back, his curiosity piqued. "No problem at all. It seems you're quite popular around here." Grace blushes. It's a close-knit community. An unexpected connection. They begin talking, finding an immediate connection as they share stories. Paul talks about his work in business, and Grace shares her dreams of helping her community thrive. Their backgrounds couldn't be more different, but their values are remarkably similar. As they chat, a playful, warm energy develops between them. They share laughs, finish each other's sentences, and seem completely at ease, as if they've known each other for years. A New World montage. Grace gives Paul a tour of the community, introducing him to neighbors, showing him her small home, and sharing stories of her life. Paul is touched by her warmth, sincerity, and the strength of her spirit, so different from the polished but often cold circles he is used to. The first sparks of love at sunset. They find themselves alone, standing by a river, watching the sky change colors. Paul hesitates, feeling a strong, unspoken bond, and asks softly, "Do you ever wonder about different worlds? A different life?" Grace smiles, "I don't need a different world as long as I have people I love around me." Paul looks at her, realizing he feels something profound. Whispers begin. Cut to Paul returns home, still thinking about Grace, only to overhear his family discussing potential matches for him, all women from wealthy backgrounds. A friend of the family, who spotted him at the community event, comments disapprovingly about certain people he shouldn't associate with. Paul brushes it off, but his expression hardens as he realizes what he may have to fight for if he continues seeing Grace. The decision. Back in her small room that night, Grace looks out her window, thinking about Paul and the unexpected joy she felt. In a different part of town, Paul lies awake, smiling, knowing he wants to see Grace again. Both stare at the moon from their separate windows, connected by the memory of their day together. In that moment, they make silent promises to themselves to explore what they're feeling, no matter what anyone else says. Against all odds, Grace and Paul found a spark in each other that neither expected. But as they drew closer, forces beyond their control were already at work, ready to test the strength of their newfound love. Episode 2. Viewers are left wondering how Paul will handle the mounting pressure from his family and friends, and whether Grace will be able to overcome her insecurities about their different backgrounds. The episode ends with the hint of whispers, hinting at more challenges ahead for their love.